So dry products, products without water, could be surfactants or consumer products, consumer cleaning products. So in the surfactant line, you've got dry sodium LAS in powder or granule form. You can buy that from companies like Unge or Pilot. You've got dry SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, as powder or needles from companies like Stepan, for example. This is a non-exhaustive list. I'm just mentioning some example companies. And dry AOS, alpha olefin sulfonate, in a powder or needle form from InnoSpec. I've got a special shout out to InnoSpec below the video. In the comments, they published a interesting dry product guide, which I linked to there. And then you've got a whole range of blends, dry blends. And for example, Sopal line from SCT, which I mentioned in one of these videos a couple of weeks ago. In terms of dry consumer products, of course, you've got the original bar soap. So look at this, it's a perfect product. It's all active, extremely convenient, just a cardboard box for packaging. And then you've got things like the Tide Pods, the new Tide Evo product, which is all active in a sort of a wafer or sheet form. You've got all the dry dishwash tablets and pods. You have dry shampoo from companies like Living Proof, which is a Unilever brand, Church & Dwight, and of course a range of shampoo bars. And so pretty good product penetration. I would say there's a lot of room to go in laundry in particular, in household cleaning in general, and in the personal care category, particularly shampoo and body wash in terms of additional penetration for dry product formats. How are they made? There's a lot of well-established technology, including spray drying, granulation, dry mixing, extrusion, flaking, band drying, white film evaporation. I'm going to read here, tableting, of course, dry blending, co-extrusion, and stamping. All these technologies pretty much available on the merchant market. I encourage you to check out Balestra, who is a client of mine and has a well-developed suite of technologies in the dry product area for surfactants and finished products. And so technology is available off the shelf for anyone who wants to get into this area. So where are they used? As I've mentioned, really all over in surfactants and consumer products. One area I like is shampoo bars. Far be it from me to advise you how to wash your hair, but this is a great product, and I'm going to illustrate here in the next video some ideas for getting into that area and some inspiration for product formulations. Okay, so I've gone on Potion AI and I've searched for shampoo bars, and we've picked this one here, Paul Mitchell Tea Tree, and you can see a little bit about it, and it's got the ingredient list. And then what I did already, I've clicked on the deformulate button, and I'll show you what it comes up with. So it gives you a suggested formula: hydrogenated vegetable oil, some SCI, some polyglycerol laurate, estimated percentages, and you can click on here, detect trade name, and it suggests a blend. It's got a bunch of suggestions, but the top suggestion's a blend here, solid cleanser blend from Stevenson, which is a blend of glycerin and SCI and HVO and the laurate. So that's probably a pretty good guess. Anyway, that's just one example of how you can get inspiration for dry consumer products in the cleaning, personal cleaning segment. Regulatory, I think it's pretty simple. You know, that's going to be driven by the ingredients themselves. Most of the ingredients we're talking about here have well-established regulatory track records. Drying, of course, has its own processes and procedures, but pretty much every large manufacturer of surfactants and consumer cleaning products is already doing some form of drying. And so again, there's not I think, a huge regulatory barrier here in terms of getting into this area. So why am I talking about dry products? Well, this is why. Bar soap is the inspiration, right? It's the original dry product, 100% active. And look, this type of approach beats schlepping to the supermarket in your SUV or your pickup truck, your 150 or 250, whatever it is, and picking up a bottle of detergent or cleaning product or shampoo that is mostly water. And even if it's not mostly water, the biggest ingredient is water. See what I'm saying? If it's not more than 50% water, the biggest ingredient is likely to be water. And that's saying nothing of all the trucking and railing of the water from the shampoo, from the surfactant manufacturer to the consumer goods manufacturer to the warehouse, and then it gets to your supermarket. So in terms of sustainability, in terms of efficiency, and honestly for me, in terms of product format, there's a lot to like about dry ingredients and dry consumer products. That's why I'm talking about it. A lot of other people are too. And so, I recommend you take a look into this area. I hope you found this useful, and thanks again, as always, for listening.